Good morning. You're watching Morning at NTV, and this entire morning has been about SACCOs in Uganda, streamlining their operations and their structures. And I thought today on Take Note, I'd give you a case study, one that we all should be applauding because they're especially, of course, looking into financial inclusion for low-income earners. Joining me is the innovator of the AirSave app and also vice chairperson of the AirSave SACCO. That's Henry Damuliro. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Morning at NTV.
Well, thank you for having me here.
You are like the poster for AirSave. Dial *270*30#.
That's right.
So let's start with what perhaps AirSave is before we get into the digital innovation.
Okay.
AirSave started as it is still a SACCO.
It is a SACCO, yes.
Based in the church,
Yep.
out of church.
That's right.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, AirSave is a Christian digital SACCO, that started humbly, in bags, tins, what.
This is not the tithe. It's not what we're paying.
No.
You're not taking our tithe and putting it in a bag.
No, it's not. Typically, we wanted to enhance saving. Yeah, because, in churches, people we're not into saving. And we thought that we can help these people learn how to save by teaching them a few principles of saving, and then start to practice it like in church. And we found out that people were lacking discipline.
So it wasn't a lack of money?
No.
It was a lack of discipline.
A lack of discipline to save. And some people were having a challenge. They were saying that, I don't have enough. I have little money. I can't save. I'm just low income earner. So we began to teach them simple steps of saving and how they can achieve the objective of saving. So that's how we began our SACCO, humble in the church, and which is now growing, very fast. As you say, that we moved from the from the analog now to the digital.
Yeah. So it was started to teach people how to save.
Yeah, how to save.
Was it a need from the people, or you felt people needed to save to change their economic set? Or it was the people who were saying we need to save for the bad days, we just don't know how? No,
it was a need that we thought that people should save for economic development, even for them as well. Because we as Christians, we read the Bible very clear, like in Proverbs 6:10 about the ants, how they save their food in summer. So we thought these guys can also learn to do the same like the ants. So we began to teach them the very same principles, and then they adapted to those principles, and then, their lives have now been changed.
Okay. When you talk about churches, people are very giving of their money, but for God. It's never an indication of them saying that for myself.
Right.
Did you have any challenges trying to educate people, especially in the church, about how to save their money, how the money will be safe?
Yeah.
No one is going to take your money away. It's for your own development. Maybe some people had their own ideas of saving and didn't see the value of this. What were some of the challenges you faced in the start?
Yeah, people were a bit skeptical about saving.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I can save my money maybe here or there.
Yeah.
So, but then we tell them that you don't have a saving discipline. Because like me as the vice chairperson of the SACCO, I've been doing a lot of research on why Africans are not saving, getting to their saving goals. So I read about Bill Gates Melinda Foundation. They did the statistics that they did, particularly for Uganda, that out of the 4 studies they did, out of the 4 people, 3 were found out they could never get to their saving objective. All the money was spent, or it was just...
Or they saved and spent it before a goal.
Before a goal. So that was a challenge. Then we thought that how could we now help the people to get to their saving goals? There must be a discipline. So the money must move from their hands and be kept somewhere, either in a bank or in a SACCO institution, so they cannot reach it. So that was, the journey that we wanted to move with them.
You said bank. Does that mean you actually used to take the money to the bank? Because I'm seeing a little bag here, which you were using to collect or to save the money.
Yes. So, yeah, because one thing you need to understand that the SACCO must have an account in a bank.
Yes.
So you get the money from the people. The SACCO takes the money to the bank, whichever means they're using. You can either take the money to the bank or whatever. So we started as a SACCO with these bags.
Sort of like the collection bags.
Yeah, this was a question. So these were designed purposely for our SACCO, for members to save or to collect their savings in the bag, and they bring it to the church, not for the tithe, not for the offering, but for the saving.
Okay.
So they could just put this money in the bag with their name and the phone number and
how much
and the amount they are putting it, and they drop that at the back of the church. We had a big box at the back of the church.
Genius. Yes,
So don't mix up the tithe.
Yeah, I know.
So just put
That's
this.
good. And there was no limitations to how much one could put in?
No, you can put as much as you want, but people, of course, could not put too much because these are low-income earners. They could put about 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, but the majority could put about maybe 3,000 to 4,000.
So you're telling someone at home that 2,000 or 3,000 is a starting point?
It's a starting point, yeah. And people, they could not believe that, if you save 1,000, it's enough. You can save that and give it.
It sounds too little.
It sounds too little.
Although now 200 shillings sounds a lot for us now in taxation. But let me ask, you've told us who's saving with you, which is the low-income earner.
Yes.
Of course, people around your community who come to the church.
Right.
So talk to us about the structure. So you would save your money. Of course, you said 3,000 to 4,000 was the average.
Yeah.
How much is put in the bank, then of course you take it to the bank.
Right.
What are the structures? So I couldn't take out my money for how long?
Yeah, because we put a saving discipline for our circle.
Okay.
That for us, our circle was known to lend or to borrow out money, was to enhance savings. So we say that members who come to our circle, ASF circle, must know they're going to save. So we give ourselves a target that we save for 12 months. So
a
year.
So you can't take out your money for a year. You can't take out your money
for a year. So because people were struggling, they're looking money for businesses.
Yes.
They wanted to buy either maybe a few things for their whatever, for their Kaduka, whatever they wanted to do that. We say, do one year saving with the circle and get what you have saved plus the interest the bank would have given us at the end of the 12 months. Okay. Then you get your money back. You split up. So
and the successes, people were doing great things with that money?
Oh yeah. People could testify, because we began with our circle a few years ago and through the analog system. Yeah. And people could testify. People were buying borders. People were wearing chicken. These are people who could never. There's a woman who was roasting, corn at the back of our church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she saved about 0.6, at the 12 months. And she came and said, I could not believe I could raise this money. I would never thought about having 600,000 in my hands. And she was saving maybe few shillings, a day,
fantastic.
A week,
I like that you're reaching the low-income earner, but we're talking about innovations for SACCOs, and Henry Damuliro here has the ASF app. So he's been hinting about analog to digital, and I think he's a great explanation of how financial inclusion. We keep discussing financial inclusion.
Yes.
We keep saying the low-income earner. How do you get financial services closer to them? Because I know even banks have started getting closer to them. And you are one of the solutions of how banking is coming closer to people. Explain to us about that.
So that's what we did. So basically we moved from the analog, the bags, coming to the church, doing all that. No, we moved from that. So I decided to innovate a platform, financial inclusion, so that these people can now save their monies in the simplest way possible using a mobile phone. Okay. Than depositing money into a bag and bring it to the church or to your center, wherever you are. Here you could just dial the simple code *270 *30#.
Yes.
If you dial that code, you can just create yourself a wallet, a saving wallet on your phone.
So you're not saying I download the app?
No.
Okay.
The bit about our innovation is you don't need to have internet to use internet to
saving us the tax. Go on.
The app is just it is using just future phones,
codes,
even smartphones, no internet. Just dial *270 *30#. Pop, you are live. So you can begin to register, becoming a member and stuff like that, and then you can start to deposit your saving. You even lock. You specify on your phone, I want to save money maybe for 6 months or for 5 months, but you can't access that money until 5 months. It's a saving that you're trying to.
Okay, so the app locks your money for 5 months.
You specify. It's you to specify.
What's the lowest? What's the quickest I can get my money
it's
out?
Between 1 month to 12 months.
Okay.
So you can choose to decide to save for 1 month, maybe or for a year. You can do 2 months, and stuff like that.
So if I click the lowest, which is 1 month, on the app, my SACCO money can't come to me. I can't in 2 weeks say I want my money. No. It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked there, and you can check your balances. So we have done a good innovation on this particular application. So you can create yourself that wallet for saving on your phone as a member of the SACCO. Then you can also begin to deposit your money on that on your account on the phone, and you can check the balances that you have, but you cannot withdraw. If you set 2 months and you want to withdraw after 1 month, the phone will tell you cannot take the money out.
Let me ask you, so does this mean that those who are still, because I'm sure there's some still using the bags?
No.
Everyone has been moved to
Yeah,
digital.
we've moved to digital.
And do you then take from the wallet, mobile wallet, to the bank? Do you still include the banking?
Yeah, because our application we've been integrated our Sacco application, the wallet with the mobile money application.
Okay.
So it speaks to the mobile money.
Okay.
So for example, if I have, let's say, 50,000 shillings on my mobile money,
Yeah.
and I can spend it out, buy airtime, everything I can spend. So I can command my phone, if I'm a Sacco member, that deduct 10,000 from my other wallet of mobile money and transfer to my Sacco wallet.
Great.
Just simple steps. Just money goes to your wallet, and the member is saved. You know.
This doesn't sound like a collective. This sounds like an individual.
Yeah.
So now the app has made it individual. You can sort of have your own account.
Yeah. Yeah.
And monitor your own savings.
Your
see
own
your
savings.
progress. You know.
Exactly.
Let me ask you, does that not, because you see, if I tell Henry, my vice chairperson, to take my money to the bank and I can't access it for a year, he's saving me a lot. Whereas on the app, the discipline might lower, because if as low as a month, I can take out my money. Or you're not seeing that, or people are saving more. They're pushing their limits.
Let me tell you, Flavia, people, in fact, when we went to digital, the numbers increased.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, here we're doing it like every Sunday. Because people could come to church on Sunday.
Yes.
But now people can save on Monday, can save on Tuesday.
So you were not reaching enough people?
Enough people.
Okay.
But now it's like, you know, everyone can say, hey, today I've earned maybe 50,000, 10,000. Let me take maybe 3,000, save to my wallet, you know. And we've given them different options for this application. So you can have, let's say, 5 accounts on the SIM card on such a small phone.
Explain to me why 5 accounts?
Yeah,
what are the differences?
Yeah, because people had different objectives of saving.
Yes.
So I want to save money for my school fees of my child.
Yes.
I want to save money for rent.
Yes.
Save money for my business. I don't want to mix all the money together into one wallet because I'll spend it all. So we give them a chance.
Or you might mix.
You can mix
the money for school fees, money for medical.
For medical,
yes.
all go in there. So we give them a chance. They can split their accounts so that you can tell the phone, I want to have a fixed account, maybe let's say for school fees, 3 months. You say 3 months.
Okay.
You say, for my business, I want to save 5 months. For rent, I do 1 month.
Okay.
So then you can start to divert. You say,
10,000 here, 2,000
there. And people love it.
Good.
And also we did one for border borders. Because we have a church community members who are really border riders.
Okay.
And they had a challenge of saving money into banks or other small circles.
That whole making the line in the bank.
So we have named their account on the phone, border account. So you can purpose to create a wallet with border and it saves money to buy border. And boys are buying borders.
That's good.
Yeah.
What you're doing is also creating opportunities for people to stop being, job creators. You buy your car border, start your business.
Yes.
Before you know it,
Yeah.
you're changing your income.
We created a lot of job opportunities because the objective of the Sacco, in fact, it was very clear. One was to enhance saving.
Yes.
Strictly enhancing saving. Number 2 was reaching the unbanked.
And
and we're doing it. And also to bridge the gap between the banks and the community. Because now if someone comes and registers as a Sacco member, begin to save money onto the application, the money goes to the bank.
Okay.
Because the Sacco has different accounts in different banks.
Yes.
So the money goes to the bank, so the banks are benefiting.
They're tapping into that.
They're tapping
as well.
into that money that they could not get.
But before we wind up, and I want you as talk about the milestones where this app has taken you. But I want you to first talk to me about, you've said mobile money. Because so far the app, I use my mobile money wallet to put money onto whatever wallet I have set up
for the Sacco.
onto the app.
Yeah.
But as you know, we're getting taxed. It's 1% on most of the transactions. They're looking to remove that 1% on the depositing.
Right.
So in the last couple of days, are you seeing a challenge rise, and do you anticipate people having issues with this?
Yeah, people got a shock. It was a shock.
Yes.
Because you can look on the systems, how they monitor and see the fluctuations and the graphs going.
Yes.
So people were a bit shocked about the taxation.
Yeah.
Because someone is saying, I'm depositing my money and you're taxing me, I can take my money out again and you're taxing me. I've not done anything with the money. So I think it's a bit of a shock. And I think the government need to really look into that seriously. It's depending on, especially on the Saccos,
Because it's for a purpose.
It's for the purpose, and this person don't use the money. So let's have I'm saving to buy a border, and I'm depositing my money into the wallet.
But eventually, when I take it out to buy my border, it will be less.
It will be less, okay? And if I buy a border, I'll be taxed when I'm buying a border. I think the government needs to look into that space very clearly. You know, taxation is good, so people need to pay tax, but we need to figure out how we're paying tax, you know. So I think they will come up with the proper structure, because this space is very, very sensitive, you know, financial inclusion. Because if you're
we're
going
just
to
excited a few minutes away,
and now yeah, you know, but
yeah.
there's still some people who really want to save and you know, but they still use it. But
but you're saying it will be a pinch.
It kind of like, but they'll get there.
Fantastic.
They'll get there.
That is Henry Damulira, the innovator of the AirSave app. AirSave is their SACCO from the church. That is Kawempe Worship Center. And of course, he's an innovator. So I'm guessing if you have your church or your SACCO and you're thinking, but even we would benefit with that, I think he's the right person to definitely reach to open those spaces. But as we wind up, some of the milestones, how has this app been taken? Are people accepting it? How is it working?
Well, it's exciting because financial inclusion is the way to go right now globally. So when we did this innovation of financial inclusion, reaching the unbanked using a cell phone, which attracted us to go to international platform. We've won the Uganda Startup Cup Award for Uganda. You know, we won that award. We were number 2 in Africa for this particular application that we have designed.
Oh, great.
And we went to Washington, D.C. for the World Startup Cup still, that we came number 4 in the world for this particular innovation.
Why were they very excited about it?
Because we are reaching so we are tapping into the low end, you know, bringing them to the financial platform, you know, because those people were neglected. No one came much about them, the innovation space around that. So we came up with how could we be able to get those guys to become bank, you know, and our SACCO now is open to everyone. It's not now. It's not like a church thing.
It's
not a church thing. So people should not get us wrong that this is a church thing. Because now we have innovated this space that everyone can now use. Even if you're in Mbali, you're in Gulu, you're everywhere.
So you're saying I can join?
You can, yes, because that's the beauty about financial inclusion. So the ecosystem, you can reach out a bigger audience in a shortest period of time. So even if you are in Lila, in Gulu, Kasese, just dial *270*30# and you can create yourself a wallet and you can begin to save your money, specify what you want to do with your money.
Wow.
So we are moving to a space of helping people, the unbanked, which have been not being tapped. So, yeah.
Wow. So really there you had it. No matter where you are watching this moment, if you want to, you've been thinking of how I can save, and you've been, first of all, because saving, when people hear saving, Henry, they think 10 million, 1 million,
not at all,
500,000,
not at all, not at all. You know, even if you have 1,000, 2,000, you can still save.
Definitely.
You'll be surprised how your money can grow
eventually.
In a short period of time, and you can start to
I've
do
always
something.
found that if you want to save, don't look at 1,000 as little money. Count how long you can save it for and the eventual amount, and see what that amount can do for you. And then once you've envisioned what you can, you know, access with that amount of money, work backwards to then save the money. So great innovation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You know, I'm so happy to have me here, and we still have a lot of work to do. Financial literacy, where we're teaching people about, you know, how the value of saving and all that kind of stuff. But I'm glad NTV has really picked this, and
definitely. And any solution for the people is a good one. Thank you so much for watching Morning at NTV. Our hashtag is Morning at NTV, in case you want the details of how to find Henry Damulira and his solution in financial inclusion. Have a good day.
Thank you.